All right, welcome back to the night session at the US Open. And it's a pretty big night session because we've got so many matches that have happened during the day that pushed everything back. So the Fritz Mahatch match is going on right now, and the winner of that match will play the winner of this match. But also, Sabalenka's match has been pushed till later. So now we get to watch that as well. Man, I feel so bad for Townsend. That was heartbreak. I watched that whole thing. Yeah. That sucks. Krejcikova, Big Four Barbara. I mean, hell. She is still around. But yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. Krejcikova clutch. But man, that hurts. But here we go. Let's see what happens here. I don't think Struff's going to beat Djokovic. I mean, that'd be a surprise, wouldn't it be? I mean, Djokovic might lose a set though. Struff can get sets. He definitely can get a set. But if he beat Djokovic, it'd be a bigger upset than last year with Poppy. So I don't think Djokovic is going to lose this one. So we'll see. Still awake? Yep, I'm awake. By the way, schedule tomorrow doesn't look too bad. Like I said, it's kind of a chill day tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're going to watch, when we're going to watch, like in what order, but it's pretty chill day tomorrow. Nothing like the night sessions where it's at, but we'll take it easy tomorrow. I think tomorrow, take the opportunity to take it easy. Pardon me. So yeah, because things are going to start to get hectic, as you'd expect. Krejcikova saved 8 match points. Yeah, that's crazy. If Djokovic wins this, he'll take on Fritz. If Fritz beats Mahatch. If Fritz beats Mahatch, he'll play Fritz. And Fritz has won the first set. He's up 6-4. So that is where he is at the moment. We need Felix to be a snail to push Naomi's match back to possibly watch Swiatek's match alone. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too bothered. Tomorrow we're gonna have to do things. By the way, Colorado won in the final innings, so let's go. Let's go, 6-5. And we beat the Cubs, who are on 78 and 59. Rockies are coming back. Rockies are, we're going. We're doing stuff. All right. How can it be 7-0 when it's just about to come on Sky Sports? That I don't know what you mean. What are you saying? I don't understand what you said. An Aussie gambling on baseball? No, I'm not gambling on anything. The Townsend Krejcikova match was nail butter. Yeah, heartbreaking too, right? That was brutal. That was brutal. I bet Dodgers close 5-4. Cool. Fun fact, Krejcikova is the only player to have won a slam singles, doubles, and mixed, as well as the Olympics and year-end finals. Wow. In the same year. Damn. Well, that's why they don't call it Big Four Barbara for nothing. Fritz should win this match, and Mahatch could cause some issues. Well, yeah, Mahatch is definitely dangerous. But can Mahatch play over 5 sets? That's the thing. Because Fritz going to push him. Fritz will push him. All right. Cool. So tomorrow, 4th round, and then we start getting to the serious stuff. Quarterfinals on Tuesday. Tomorrow's schedule, by the way, if I go through it. So at the start of the day, you got Auger-Aliassime Rublev, Osaka Gauff in the afternoon. Not surprised. That makes sense. Then you've got Swiatek Alexandrova is being played second on Louis Armstrong. Again, no surprise that has been moved because the Americans are American women are getting the center court. Fair enough. Totally understandable. 9th session, Sinner Bublik, followed by Anisimova. Mukova Kostyuk over on grandstand, which is a little bit strange. So I'm not sure. We're obviously going to watch Swiatek. We're going to watch Gauff. We're going to watch Sinner. But I don't know what else we watch other than that. We might watch Rublev FAA. I'll see. We'll see. I don't want to watch Demon or Reedy because I don't want to watch Demon just yet. Musetti Munab, I don't know. But yeah, we've got 3 matches there where we're definitely going to be watching. Sleep in on the Felix match? Maybe. I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how today goes. Can't wait for Gauff Osaka. Yeah, that's going to be great. You're doing Djokovic and Raducanu at the same time? No, Raducanu's match starts later. Sabalenka's coming on. So we'll watch that. Even though I think Sabalenka's probably going to win pretty easily. But yeah, Raducanu's coming on after Djokovic. Which is interesting. I would sleep in for Felix El Canadian. I don't know. I'll see what happens. Just see what happens. All right. Man, I'm stuffed. And last hour took it out of me. I didn't even do anything. I think Bublik will take a set off Jannik. Yeah, maybe steal a tie break. Do you think Bublik can up the underarm serve? He'll probably do 1 or 2. Yeah. FAA versus Rublev is 8-1. Really? That's crazy. Imagine Krejcikova wins the US Open after that wild match. She will now. I mean, it's big for Barbara, but we know what's up. We know how this thing works. And she's winning those matches. You know she's going to win the whole thing. Pegula Krejcikova, though, that's an interesting match. That'll be an interesting match. All right. Djokovic walking out on the court. Norway walks out first. Darth Norway, yep. He's in the all black. Struff serve needs to be on point. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just to be competitive. If he's not serving well, he's not even going to be a chance. Not even a shot if he doesn't. Right. All right. They're getting their photos taken. And then we're going to get started. Pegula should beat Barbara if she doesn't panic. Yeah, maybe. Time flies on the so much tennis, and another Djokovic match already shows up. That's it. Yep, that's it. That's it. All right, people are trying to get into the crowd, into the stadium. It is packed outside. I don't know what the delay is. Maybe there's a broken ticket machine or something. There's a lot of people waiting to get inside. Making tacos, nice. I might have nachos later for after lunch. I'm thinking it's a nacho day. It's nacho day. Wish Pegula was a tad more aggressive, but I know that's not everyone's game. Well, she is. She can be, though. Obviously doesn't hit the ball as hard as Sabalenka, but definitely has a good counterpunch. Alcaraz is the player with a big mole in the right place, along with Sinner. What? Both always get cakewalk draws. It also depends on how they're playing. Like, if someone's playing really well, there's only a couple of players that can beat them, then the draw looks pretty easy. If the person who's you're referring to isn't playing well, then a lot of players are hard, right? For example, Djokovic, who hasn't been beating everybody and hasn't been playing that much. At slams, he's been beating everybody, but I mean, his draw is not that bad either. Like, he's got a 10-0 record against Fritz or something like that, 9-0. He's got an unbeaten record against Struff, right? And then he's got to play Djokovic, right? Sorry, then he's got to play Alcaraz, right? But Alcaraz has to play Djokovic too. So, I mean, if you're like, oh man, Sinner and Alcaraz, if you're because we're in a Djokovic match, I'm just maybe guessing that you're a Djokovic fan. I mean, Nole's had a pretty good draw too. He's played Tien, easy win, qualifier in the second round. Norrie, he hasn't played a seed yet. He'll play a seed in the next round. A guy who he's never lost to, or Mahatch, who's probably more dangerous, but over 5 sets, probably not. And then Alcaraz, I mean, I don't know, what are you getting at? If the best players in the world are playing well, then they're not going to, of course they're going to look like they have easy draws. Sinner has the hardest draw by far. What, out of those 3 players? I mean, Sinner's draw definitely has had more challenges, but he's playing he's playing one of the best players. He is one of the best players, right? He's playing one of the best levels at the moment. You know, Popper in second round, Popper could have been seeded, but so that, yeah. I would say that Sinner probably has the toughest draw, yeah. Has had the toughest draw. Toughest opponents. Popper in second round, Shapovalov third round, Bublik next, then Musetti, who he should beat, but still. And then, the semifinals is probably easier than if Djokovic and Alcaraz played each other. But the final, obviously, is going to be hard. So, I think Sinner's probably had the toughest, round by round, on average, the toughest draw. Whereas, I mean, Djokovic is playing his second qualifier in 4 matches, and he's played no seeds. Alcaraz has played Opelka first round. That was tough. Today was awkward. And he did really well against Didiri, who obviously has been informed. So I would say that Sinner does not have a cakewalk. He's just that good. So, But Alcaraz has looked really good too. He could have easily had a 5-set match somewhere along the line, but he got through easily the straight sets too. Not because it was easy, because he's playing really well. But hey, if you're worried about Djokovic losing today, I wouldn't be worried. I doubt that Djokovic will lose today. Struff is going to be annoying, serve and volley and big serving, but Djokovic won't lose to somebody who, at slams, he doesn't lose to these guys. Djokovic losing to a qualifier at a slam is not going to happen. Just like the last time when, remember how we were talking about the last match? We were like, what? So Djokovic's going to have his worst loss ever at a slam today, and he ended up coming back and winning. Come on. Struff's 144 in the world. If Djokovic lost to Struff today, it would be his worst ever loss at a slam. Worst ever loss. And I'm talking about even when he was 18. So again, this would be probably the biggest upset in Djokovic's career, Grand Slam career, if Struff wins. That's what Struff's trying to do. You really think Djokovic is in the mood today to lose? You really think Djokovic is in the mood to have his worst loss of his career? Come on. I don't think Djokovic is in that mood. He's been pretty good. I mean, against Norrie, he was very, very fired up. When he played Norrie, he had for the first time in a while, it looked like he was up for a fight. He was there to fight. Whereas the other matches, it kind of looked a little bit like, he's like, whatever. But that Norrie match, he was fired up for the first time I've seen him for a while. And I reckon he'll be the same tonight. I don't think he's happy. He's not ready to lose. What are you talking about? Don't underestimate the numbers. I mean, the numbers haven't lied. Anyways, Djokovic serving. He won the first point, 15 love. I'm going to Djokovic in. I'm going to go 4. I reckon Struff steals a tiebreak, but that's about it. Or maybe he steals a set, but it might be the third set when it doesn't really matter, or it'll be the first set and Djokovic will fight back anyway. 15 love. Also, Struff's played a lot of tennis. He's already played 6 matches. Djokovic chase out wide. 30 love. There should be a 2-2-2 though, or like a 3-3-3. If Djokovic plays his game, it's 7-0 the head-to-head, right? Last time they played was Davis Cup 2021. It was straight sets, Djokovic. Struff has only ever won 1 set against Djokovic, and that was back in the Australian Open 2020. And it was the 3rd set. Djokovic ended up coming back and win the 4th. So, yeah. 7 matches. Djokovic has won everything in straight sets except for 1 set where he lost it. And if I can remember correctly, I think Djokovic was pissed off at the lights being turned on in that 3rd set and got distracted, and Struff got the win. Again, maybe I'm forgetting that, but I'm pretty sure there was some reason Struff got the break. It wasn't like Djokovic was just all of a sudden fell asleep. I think Djokovic was complaining about the lights in the stadium being turned on at 5 in the afternoon, and And then Struff took advantage of that. Again, I might be correct. Maybe it's 5 years ago. It's been a long time. But I think it was something like that. Something happened. I remember something happening in that third set where Djokovic got distracted. All right. 40-15. It was? Gene, you would know. You're the Djokovic man. 40-15. As a return from Struff goes to the backhand of Djokovic. Struff with the forehand. Into the backhand of Nole as Struff backhand again. The backhand of Djokovic sliced. And wide, 40-30. $40-30. $40-30. As Djokovic serves again. And the return goes in the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand now from Struff. Into the forehand of Djokovic off the tape. Struff comes in with the backhand winner. Deuce. We get to deuce. This can play FIFA. Not anymore. I used to. All right, deuce. I'm going to serve again. There's a forehand to the backhand of Struff. Djokovic to the volley of Struff. As Djokovic hits a passing shot down the line and Struff gets a racket to it, but it's in the net. Advantage Djokovic. Advantage Djokovic. To take the first game. Serves an ace. All right. First set in the bag. First game in the bag. Whoop. Spoilers. Djokovic for 1-0. I would love Pegula to win this ladies singles. Okay. So today's match of the day was Townsend versus Krejcikova. Yeah. It's got to be impossible to... I mean, unless it's a 5-set match on the men's side, it's going to be super hard to beat. I mean, 8 match points saved. How do you... You can't... I mean, look, even if there's a 5-set men's match, I don't think that competes. That was crazy. Fritz about to go up 2 sets of love, by the way. I mean, a fault from Struff, second serve. All right. Struff comes in with the backhand, but he hits it in the net. And it's love 15. Second set tiebreak was insane, yeah. I was getting ready to stream. I was like, oh, we're going live. Oh, nope, yep, maybe. Because I was like, oh, maybe we'll watch Fritz. And I was watching that tiebreak, and I was like, oh, we're going. Nope, we're not going. Yes, we go. Oh, no, yes, nope. And then she, Krejcikova won the tiebreak. I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're not watching Fritz. Probably a good thing, because Fritz is kind of dominating. He's up 2 sets of love. 15-0. And we have fault second serve. There's a backhand from Djokovic into the slice of Struff. Djokovic forehand to the forehand of Struff. Again, the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with the forehand into the slice of Djokovic. Struff backhand slice. Again to the slice of Djokovic. Struff forehand again to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the backhand of Struff. Djokovic down the line. Struff gets it, but hits it in the net. And it's 15-30. 15-30. So Djokovic is still in the US Open. He had to retire from one match. No, what? Djokovic hasn't retired from any match. What are you talking about? If you retire, you're out. You can't retire from one match and then come back and play another. What do you mean? Double fault Struff. $15.40. All right, serve. His return goes in the forehand of Struff, and he puts it away. One saved. Why do you always answer stupid comments? That wasn't stupid. I'm just confused by maybe they meant something else. That wasn't a stupid comment. $30.40. His return goes into the back end of Struff. Struff in the net. There's the break. 2-love. Why do people call her Big 4 Barb? Because she's Big 4 Barb. What are you talking about? Self-explanatory. Djokovic looks fine at the moment. Djokovic looks fine. I'll tell you, the second Djokovic looks like something's wrong, I'm going to tell you. He looks fine for now. He serves into the forehand of Struff. Djokovic forehand down the line. Struff there with a backhand slice. Struff with the forehand on the stretch. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Again, the forehand of Struff. There's Djokovic forehand again to the forehand of Struff. There's Djokovic with the forehand inside out. Struff gets with the backhand. Djokovic backhand again to the backhand of Struff. Down the line of the forehand of Djokovic. Struff forehand. Goes wide. 15-love. $15-love. As Djokovic serves again. As Djokovic 30-love. Good serving. As Djokovic serves again. And ace. 40-love. 40-love. As Nole serves again. Chad, I just got a bad feeling. I mean, it's quite possible that the three matches that we're going to watch tonight are all really one-sided. I hope I'm wrong. They all, well, maybe not the Sabalenka match, but at least the other two, there could be some interest. But I could also see that, Raducanu beating Vondi in straight sets and Sabalenka doing the job, and then this happening like this. And we just kind of go, well, the better players won easily. I hope at least one of the matches is good. Maybe Buksha's the one that surprises. Maybe that's the one that we didn't expect. But there's definitely a chance that they all go straight forward, and we're kind of like, what happened? 40-30. Djokovic with a drop shot in the net. And he shakes his head. He's like, what the hell was that? All right. Nice serving Nole. 3-love. All right. Djokovic leads 3-0. Okay. Fritz has won the second set. Yeah, he's up 2 sets to love. Bit of surprise for me. Sabalenka has not started yet. It's because matches on Louis Armstrong have been all been epic. Sabalenka is probably going to start in the next hour at this rate. Nole is retiring immediately after winning 25. Yeah, maybe. All right. Winner of this place, Fritz and Mahatch. Right now, it's going to be Fritz versus Djokovic. That is where we are heading. All right, love 15. Struff serves again. As return goes in net by Djokovic. 15-0. As Djokovic gets a return, Struff somehow gets it. Djokovic goes down the line in the net, though. Nole doesn't usually miss those shots. 30-15. It was a good return by Djokovic that went for a massive angle, and then Struff, instead of going round the net, he went for a drop shot, which nearly cost him. He had a chance there to go down the line, though. All right. Forehand goes into the backhand of Djokovic. He hits a drop shot. Struff gets it, but hits it wide. 30-0. 30-0. All right, 30-0. Can you seem very tired, bro? Do you need some rest? No, I was just looking at my phone. I need to do this. That's better. Anyways, Djokovic with a beautiful lob. And it's 30-40. Right on the line. Great shot, Nole. All right. As Djokovic returns the forehand of Struff. Struff hits a wide for love. 4-0. Okay. Djokovic serves again. A fault, second serve. Such a big server, but I guess the nerves versus Djokovic kick in? Yeah. 7 to the backhand of Struff. Return goes backhand of Djokovic. Struff with the backhand. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Down the line of the forehand of Struff. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Down the line of the backhand of Struff again. Struff in the nets. 15 love. 15 love. As we let as it a fold second serve. Seven to the forehand of Struff. Djokovic backhand to the backhand of Struff. To the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with a slice. And Nole with a drop shot. Oh, Struff nearly got there, but didn't. 30 love. 30 love. Runa lost early. Otherwise, it would have been difficult for Nole. Yeah, there were definitely players in this draw that we were expecting Djokovic to have to play, but they didn't make it. You know, we're thinking Runa definitely was one of them, right? Even Tiafoe, right? We thought maybe Tiafoe. Mikkelsen's been playing well. You know, didn't have to play him. Not saying that Struff doesn't deserve to be here, but Djokovic just grabbed his shoulder. But Runa, Tiafoe, you know, we're expecting one of them to be here, and that could have been a whole, especially if if it was Tiafoe tonight, would have been a whole different story, or at least a whole different atmosphere. I think he's okay, Djokovic. He just grabbed his shoulder for a second. We'll see if it makes any difference. 30 love. And Struff forehand again. The forehand of Djokovic. Down the line of the backhand of Struff. Djokovic backhand. Goes long. 30 all. 30 all. Fritz is up 2 sets to love and a break. God, Fritz is on fire. I'll tell you, Fritz Djokovic. If Fritz is playing like that, there's a return. Goes the forehand of Djokovic. He puts it away. 40-30. $40-30. As a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Djokovic. Backhand. A forehand from Struff. Into the forehand of Djokovic. It's in the net. We get the deuce. Where are the nachos? I'll get them when I finish streaming. I'll get them after work. All right, deuce. As Nole serves a fault, second serve. As a return goes the backhand of Djokovic. Djokovic in the net, advantage Struff to get one of them back. Isn't it Danish o'clock? I'll try and... I'm going to go to the bakery today, but I'm not holding hope. I don't think there'll be Danishes when I get there. Because we got to watch Raducanu after this, and then it'll be like 3 o'clock by the time I get there. Be way too late. Advantage, Struff. As the return goes back into Djokovic, Struff gets the break back. All right, well, one of them. Djokovic in the net. I don't care what you say, Cam. You were way low energy for you. I mean, there's not much to scream about. I'm not going to just yell for this no reason. I mean, it was for love. What do you want me to do? Oh my God, it's for love. It's really not that close. If Nole gets injured, then Alcaraz is so lucky, man. Don't you just think Alcaraz is kind of talented, though, as well? I feel like Carlos is also, like, pretty good at tennis as well. It's pretty good. It would not hurt to call and ask them to hold some. They don't have... Okay. It's not one of those kind of bakeries. You can't just call the bakery and say, hey, by the way, hold the Danish. No. Like I said, you got to go there. You got to get it. And if you don't get there in time, you don't get it. That's just how it works. You got to... It's better when you get there. Because then, if it's there, it's worth it. I also want to go to the antique store, but I'll probably go tomorrow. I want to go outside. That's better? Well, I'm glad that you approve. No food delivery in Australia. DoorDash and Uber Eats are here in the state. Okay. Okay, so the bakery that I go to, right, is an independent bakery owned by a husband and wife. I'm assuming a husband and wife. And they bake everything fresh. Again, I'm assuming, but I'm pretty sure they bake everything fresh every day, right? It's a small bakery. It's a tiny little hole-in-the-wall bakery. It's not this big McDonald's of bakeries, right? It's a tiny little mom and pop shop, right? And they make a certain amount of food for that day. And when that food runs out, they don't make any more. Then there's no Uber Eats. There's no DoorDash to those places, right? That's not what they do. Because they're just trying to run their shop day to day. Remember that? Does anyone not? Am I speaking? Surely people know what that is, right? Surely you've got something in your neighborhood where it's run by a family or a small group of people, and it's like just there's one of them. There's no more in the world. It's the only one. They're not franchised. They're not. It's just that one thing, like a coffee shop or a cafe or something. Surely there's something. Can't be that foreign and strange to think that is a thing. And you can't get Uber Eats to a bakery. Is that even a thing? I don't even think I can get Uber Eats to a bakery that's a franchise. $4.15. Support local independent business. Exactly. And it's $4.15. Give us the commentary. Okay, Djokovic is winning. As we go backhand now, Nole. Into the forehand of Struff. Djokovic forehand again. The forehand of Struff. To the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with a slice. Goes in. Djokovic comes to the net. And hits a winner. On the backhand approach. Shot. 40-30. My wife moved from Switzerland to North Carolina to start a crepe store. That's awesome. Love that. Maybe that's what I'll do after this. I'll start a bakery. No way. I'll go to the bakery. 40-30. All right. Return. Goes out by Djokovic, and it's 4-2. What's a staple food in Australia? AJ, you go from give us commentary to ask me for food. What do you want from me? Give us the commentary, but also, what about the food? What do you want from me? You want me to talk commentary or you want me to talk about food? What are the comments in this Alcaraz thread about Alcaraz? Are they? You're just obviously I can't see any Alcaraz questions. I see food, nachos, bakery, DoorDash. 4-2. As Djokovic comes to the net and wins a point. 15 love. Oh, man. All right, 15 love. The return goes into the forehand of Djokovic. He puts it wide. Ooh. 15-all. Serve again. There's a fault, second serve. All right, second serve. Into the forehand of Struff. Djokovic forehand to the backhand of Struff. There's Djokovic to the backhand. Again to the forehand of Struff. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Struff. Again to the forehand of Djokovic on the stretch. Struff down the line. That's a great shot. 30-15. 30-15. Sorry, 15-30. What am I saying? 15-30. Struff hitting some winners. And Struff has woken up. No worries, AJ. Thanks for following. I'm just mucking with you. But you knew that. You've been here for 3 years. All right, 15-30. Remember, Djokovic's got 4 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Struff. Return to the forehand of Djokovic. Struff backhand lob. Goes wide. And it's 30-all. 30-all. As Djokovic serves again. And the return goes in the backhand of Djokovic. Forehand out from Struff in the net. And it's 40-30. Djokovic to go to 5-2. How do you get a colored tennis ball next to your name? You got to be a member. It's $1 a month. If you enjoy any part of this commentary, if you rely on this commentary whatsoever, it's $1 for a month. If you want to support, it's optional too. Unless I put members only mode on. But that's only where things get crazy. 40-30. First serve is a fault, second serve. And you can also join the members Discord if you want to be a member as well. Is Djokovic in the net? Deuce. We get to deuce. Thinking next year we might do members only streams. Maybe we could do that. Maybe like once every slam we'll do like a members only. Maybe not like a final, but like maybe we'll do that next year. We'll do like it would be members only. That means like you have to be a member to watch. Maybe we'll do one of those every. Something to think about. Forehand down the line. Into the backhand of Struff. Djokovic forehand cross. Struff on the stretch. Again to the forehand. Djokovic down the line to win up. And it's advantage. It's advantage Djokovic. Like we'll do not additional matches, but like instead of doing Like, one of the matches will be for members. So, like, it'll be a normal match. Like, let's say, for example, if today, after this match, we're watching Raducanu, but it's going to be a members-only stream. And it'll be the members are the only ones who can watch, well, be a part of that stream, you know? Just to give the members something extra. All right. Djokovic holds 5-2. All right. Cool. All right. Djokovic, by the way, they're showing the replay of when he sort of grabbed the back of his neck. It's like shoulder, neck. So he's on his right side. All right. I think the trainer's been called for Djokovic. There's going to be a trainer out for Norway. All right. All right. Here we go. Struff serving to stay in the set. $15 love. Struff hits a foot, does a foot fault. All right, 30 love. I'll do another fault, second serve. As that goes into the net by Struff. 30-15. As he serves another fault, Struff, second serve. As a return, goes to the slice now of Struff. Forehand now from Djokovic as Struff goes cross court. Djokovic puts up a lob. And it's a bounce smash from Struff. And he puts it away. 40-15. 40-15. $40-15. Double fault, 40-30. 40-30. Hey, thank you, F, for the membership. Welcome. As with a backhand to the forehand of Struff. Djokovic slice. Backhand again. Into the forehand of Struff as Djokovic forehand to the back into Struff. Again to the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with the forehand on the stretch. Djokovic win it down the line. And we get the deuce. Fritz just won? Holy shit. 1.5 hours, Fritz. All right. Well, that would have been great if he had started 2 hours earlier. That's wild. I mean, Sabalenka's coming on now. All right, deuce. As Fritz serves. And it's a massive serve, advantage Struff. All right. Struff holds 5-3. All right. Nole is the chance. The trainer is on the side of the court, though, so that Djokovic is going to get a look after this. He is not feeling comfortable. Again, it's weird. It's not like he's had so many little things happening every match, it feels like. Like, he had a bit of a back issue last match. Nothing serious, which is good, right? Nothing super serious. But he's had all these little tweaks. And that's just because he hasn't played. Like, you got to think that's because he hasn't played. Like, he hasn't played any matches. He hasn't played a best-of-3 set match since Madrid? Rome? I don't even know. This is his third Grand Slam in a row, and he hasn't played any matches in between them. You would think, oh, maybe that's a good thing, but like, best of 5 sets are tough. Even for Djokovic, not playing between them is I mean, yeah, okay, and his age, but still, just like these little tweaks that are happening. Strange. But again, hopefully nothing serious. As that goes the net from Djokovic, 30-15. It's not that strange. Well, it's not strange why they're happening, but it's also it's probably not strange that they're happening, but it's strange that he's not playing matches between. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he's deciding to only play slams, yet seems to have all these little things happening. But again, as long as they stay little. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean it's strange that he's getting injured. I mean, it's strange that he doesn't really, like, it's strange that it's a mystery. Like, it's just strange that people are like, why does he keep getting injured? This is weird. It's like, well, he doesn't play that much. So, if you don't play for, 5 weeks, and then you go play a best of 5 set match, probably going to be a bit sore, Even if you are the greatest player of all time. 40-15. I mean, I didn't mean strange as in the injuries are strange, or the whatever the soreness is strange. Or more the people are wondering why. It's like, that's strange that people don't understand why. Confusion is strange. 40-15. Djokovic serves again to get the first set. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve again. Into the forehand of Struff. Good return from Struff. 40-30. I'd say Fritz now can watch this match, and he's going to see Djokovic get a medical timeout, and he's going to think, well, maybe I could do something here. By the way, great preparation for Djokovic for Fritz, because Struff is definitely a similar style when it comes to the serving, for sure. Like a great chance for Djokovic to get a feel of how a big server and someone who hits hard on the ground. Obviously, Fritz doesn't come to the net as much as Struff does, but still a pretty good, pretty nice warm-up if Djokovic gets through in straights to play against Fritz. But also a good opportunity for Fritz to see what Struff does and if Struff troubles him. You know, as Struff hits the tape, doesn't go over. Djokovic, first set, 6-3. So Fritz can watch this match and see what not to do and what to do. I mean, he's played Djokovic that many times. But if Struff starts to get like a lead in the second set or something, you know, maybe Fritz can start taking some notes. All right. Trainers on court for Djokovic. Again, I hesitate calling it an injury because injuries are something that's stop you from playing and are serious, right? This is more. It seems just like he's just tight. He's sore, and he's got these little like things happening that aren't like super serious, but annoying. For him. And frustrating. All right, he's just getting a look from the trainer. Getting some just sorting out his shoulder. At this point, I personally just want Djokovic to get 25 this tournament and retire. Okay. Krejcikova beat Townsend. Yep. She saved 8 match points to do it as well. Which was crazy. All right, so Djokovic just getting a little bit of a shoulder fix, maintenance. Struff is not going to beat Djokovic today, unless Djokovic this thing gets worse and he can't serve. I don't think it's going to change the result. He'll probably get through Struff, but going forward, these little injuries become a problem later rounds. Yeah, but they haven't. It depends on how bad it is, right? Again, this might be something that like annoys him tonight, but then tomorrow he gets the physio and treatment, and then he's fine by Wednesday or Tuesday. It's again, there's been no sign of a back problem today, just this neck thing. But he had a back issue 2 days ago, and that looks fine. So. Again, I think they're just little annoyances. I don't think they're serious enough to be worried about. Oh my God, what about Fritz? It's like if it gets worse, yeah, but if it's just going to be like these little like annoying things, I don't think he's going to. I mean, he's played through worse, right? He's played through torn muscles, to win slams. I don't think, neck tightness is going to stop him from beating Fritz because he still can play and he can still play at a high level. All right. Struff serving first in the second. Double fault, 15-0. But we've got Sabalenka coming up in now. I think. Djokovic is still... Again, he's just uncomfortable, Djokovic. No, it's just a discomfort. Nothing serious. As the return goes to point of Struff. Forehand from Djokovic to the forehand of Struff as Djokovic forehand to the backhand of Struff. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with the forehand. Goes long. 15-30. I feel like if Struff's going to be any chance, he's got to just serve volley he's got to come to the net so much. He's not going to beat Djokovic from the baseline. He just has to smother Djokovic. Just come to the net. All right, 15-30. Struff serves. And the backhand of Djokovic. And Djokovic hits it out. 30 all. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. As with a 4-4 rally. And Struff eventually hits a cross court for a winner. All right, 40-30. 40-30. Lovely hitting there from Struff. 40-30. Made a fault second serve. 7 to the forehand. Djokovic shanks it wide and Struff 1-0 in the second. Words are funny. People's words are funny. Yeah. Carl's opponent is in the final. Could be Demonor, FA, or Bublik. I think he will beat all three. Carlos' opponent in the final could be Demon. I'm hoping that's like you were reading something else, like. But like you, did I miss the first part of that? Did you miss someone, or did I miss? I feel like you're missing somebody else. I must have missed the first part of what you said. You must have said something like, "Oh, if Jannik Sinner loses, then Carl's opponent will be this, this, and this." Right? That's what you said, right? You definitely mentioned the Jannik Sinner was not in the tournament. You said that he would, if he was not around, that's who you meant, right? You weren't saying like, even with Sinner, it's probably gonna be Demon or in the final, right? Rublev, maybe. Like, you don't mean that, do you? 15 love. That was a joke, right? It's crazy if you didn't mention Sinner. 30 love. Ah, 30 love. There's a bit of fault second serve. There's a backhand slice from Struff in the net. 40 love. $40 love. You think Bublik's going to beat Struff? Okay. Oh, sorry, Sinner. Okay. But he's not, though, right? 1-1. Djokovic holds. And look, Stephanie, I'm not singling you out, but I'm just going to say this in general, right? To the people that are saying that like Bublik's going to beat Sinner, is it I want Bublik to beat Sinner, or is it I genuinely believe that Bublik is going to beat Sinner? Is it a want, or is it a like you actually like that's your prediction? Because like you might be like, oh, I want him to lose, so then Alcaraz has a better chance, or Djokovic could win, you know. Or is it like, no, I strongly believe this to my like core. It's okay to be either, right? There's no problem being like, oh, I want him to lose, so my guy has a better chance. It's fine. But like, if people are coming and going, no, I believe that he's going to lose. Like, do you though? Because what? Because he lost in Halle? Okay. But Stephanie, I'm not singling you out because a lot of people are saying the same thing about Bublik beating Sinner, and I'm just asking you as a general question. See what happened in Halle? Yeah, but did you see what happened at Roland Garros? See what happened in the best of 3? He bageled him. A best of 5, sorry, he bageled him. I mean, anyways, 30 love. I mean, we can play this game if you want, but we can. All right, 30 love. Backhand. Into the forehand of Struff. Forehand from Djokovic. Into the net. 40 love. I think Bublik could meet Sinner. Well, that's right. He will definitely will be meeting him. He'll be meeting him on tomorrow night. As the backhand return goes backhand to Struff. Djokovic forehand goes long and Struff stays in front 2-1 in the second. If Bublik plays his best, could go 5, but Jannik in 5. Mm-hmm. I feel that Bublik could beat Sinner because he can. Okay. It's just our prediction, to be honest. Oh, that's all right. I mean, I think some people, again, just asking. I feel like some people are going in here like, no, Cam, Bublik is going to win. Definitely going to win. Not because they think that. They just want that to happen so bad. And they're like, you know, they dislike Sinner so much that they're blinded by the fact they're like, oh, well, anybody who plays Sinner is going to beat him because that's all they want, right? So you don't truly believe that. Maybe some of you do. That's fine. But like, just the blindness of, hey, Bublik's going to win because I don't like Sinner. You know, it's not a prediction. That's a terrible prediction. That's an emotional response. What are you doing? Maybe Bublik gets a set. I'll give him that. But I don't think Bublik's going to beat Sinner. We can't believe... Eala, you don't believe that Bublik's going to beat Sinner. You just don't like Sinner. You know, you're the worst person to just come in here and try to defend that logic. You can't... maybe it was somebody else, anybody else, but you're like... I know you don't like Sinner, so like you're like... Yeah, come on. Come on. Don't pretend like you're like, oh, but yeah, actually, like, I think genuinely... Blah, blah, blah. No, you're just like, I just don't want Sinner to win. Sabalenka's about to start. Yeah, yep. Let's start the Sabalenka match. And that's okay. You don't have to like Sinner, but like, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to everybody and yourself, you know. Be like, I don't want Sinner to win, so go Bublik. Support Bublik. All right, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for patiently waiting. Finally, Sabalenka's hit the court. Late. She was supposed to start a couple hours ago, but she's here now. We've also got Djokovic playing at the moment. He's up a set, and it's 2-1. I've watched Bublik all tournament, and he's coming. All right. All right. Why do you say that every time Sinner plays anybody, though? That's what I want to know. Didn't you say the same thing about Shapovalov? I'm pretty sure you... Didn't I hear you say Popperin as well? I can't believe it. It's so cool. It's crazy. Every time Sinner plays someone, they're playing your favorite player. It's wild. How many favorite players do you have? 30 love. I'll root against Sinner until I die. Hey, that's what I want. That's the truth. Yeah, that's okay. There you go. That's better. All right, 4-hand volley. Winner by Djokovic, 40 love. All right, at least we got the answer. Hey, look, I get it. You're probably a bit of a Bublik fan too. Bublik's fun. Well, at least you didn't pretend that. You're in a safe space now. When we watch Sinner tomorrow, maybe keep that to yourself. All right, 40 love. Like some people always cheer the other guy with Nole. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, Djokovic 2-2. I do not know what you were saying. That you must be talking about somewhere else. All right. Right, Deb? Does she, right? All right, 2-0. 15 love. Struff with a big serve out wide. Sabalenka's about to start. I'm going to go Sabalenka. I'm going to go Sabalenka in straights, but I reckon Buksha might push her unexpectedly. It should be Sabalenka 2-2, but I feel like maybe Buksha she got to the fourth round for a reason, right? I think maybe Buksha can push that. By the way, Sabalenka's wearing the all-white outfit tonight. She was wearing the all-black outfit the other day. I love that they're finally giving Sabalenka her own stuff. There's Djokovic in the net with a drop shot, and it's 30 love. I love that they're giving Sabalenka her own stuff. All right, 4-hand winner there from Buksha. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Struff, it's another winner. 40 love here. All right, Sabalenka gets on the board. 15-30. 15-30. Sabalenka serves again. Struff holds, by the way, 3-2. And Sabalenka serves a fault second serve. You reckon Osaka beats Gauff? I think Gauff is in the worst form, but we'll have the crowd. Yeah, I think Goff's going to win 3. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka, slice goes to the forehand of Buksha. She puts it down the line and long. It's 30-0. By the way, this crowd. Who's on the screen? Does anyone know who the celebrity was on Arthur Ashe? They're showing some corporate box with a bunch of celebrities, so I don't know who it is. People are going nuts. All right, nice serving. Sabalenka, 40-30. All right. Sabalenka wins the first point of the first game, of the match. Is Barry from accounting? We love Barry. Okay. 1 love Sabalenka. One zero Sabalenka. All right, someone's wearing it. Oh, is this the same guy that comes to every Djokovic match? I want to know what this guy's story is. This Djokovic fan he's at all the tournaments. He must just be loaded or something because he rocks up to every Djokovic. At least this time he's not wearing that Novak's against the world or whatever it was, which was definitely he changed his shirt because I feel like that shirt was I think maybe somebody told him, hey, man, that shirt is like an anti-Djokovic shirt. The world against Novaks. And it's like, yeah, no Djokovic fan is calling him that. So I think it's a good shirt, though. I mean, this shirt's better. That shirt wasn't great. This shirt's great, though. Had Djokovic sitting on the Iron Throne. But he's always at all the Djokovic games. He must just be loaded. I mean, how do you get to all these tournaments? Anyways, love 15. Djokovic hits a drop shot in the net. He's always there. He's got to be the number one. He's got to be number one Djokovic fan. To be there in person every Djokovic match around the world. I mean, Jesus, that's super commitment. Love 15. As a return goes net by Struff, 15-0. Also 15-30, a chance for Sabalenka to break early in this. As with a 4-4 rally, Sabalenka again to the forehand of Buksha, and then Buksha with a passing shot winner, 30-0. All right, 30-0. As Buksha serves again. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return goes out by Sabalenka, 40-30. As Djokovic holds. 3 games all in the second. All right. Sabalenka hits that one long, and it's 1-1. Buksha holds. A passing shot, what's that exactly? Okay, that's a good question. I'll show you. All right, so a passing shot, and this is a simple explanation. You got somebody here, usually, and somebody comes to the net, and then this person hits it past them, and it's usually a winner. So it's whenever you pass somebody who's at the net. So passing shot. So you don't have to be on the baseline to hit a passing shot. You can be here to hit a passing shot. You can stand here and hit a passing shot. Well, yeah. But it's whenever you hit a winner past the person at the net. You pass them. The shot passes them. Does that make sense? Good question. By the way, if I do say anything that doesn't make sense, just let me know and I'll tell you. Because some people might be new to tennis. Never knew what it meant. Hey, that's fair enough. So yeah, it's just when somebody goes to the net and the ball goes past them. That's a passing shot. Passing shot could be a lob, but we call that a lob. But usually it's a forehand or a backhand that goes past the person who's trying to volley. A lob's a passing shot, but we call it a lob. We give it its own name. All right. 15-30, Djokovic. Looking for that break. Struff serves a fault, second serve. Djokovic had the drive to win? I think so. He's definitely looked more motivated the last 2 matches. 4-4 rally. Djokovic down the line. Backhand Struff on the stretch. Slice down from Nole as Struff backhand again. To the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand of Struff again to the backhand of Djokovic. Into the backhand of Struff. Djokovic slice. Again to the backhand of Struff, who hits a slice. Into the slice of Djokovic. Struff with the forehand cross court. Djokovic goes down the line. Struff gets there with the backhand. Djokovic again to the backhand of Struff, who goes down the line, but it's wide. Man, Struff nearly hit a great shot. Just missed it. Break points Djokovic, 15-40. Sabalenka holds, by the way, 2-1. First set. Have you talked about Krejcikova match yet? Yeah. Probably one of the matches of the tournament. For sure. Super heartbreaking for Townsend, though. That's a brutal loss. I like the switch from virtual whiteboard to real whiteboard. Yeah, we're going backwards. We've gone from green screen to real background, from virtual whiteboard to real whiteboard. We're going back. Anyways, 4-3, Djokovic breaks. Yeah, we'll go to the chalkboard next. All right, nice work from Norway. All right. Djokovic with a center break. Old school is the best, yeah. Four years. They said it wouldn't last. Hey, Julie, thank you for sticking around for 4 years. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. 4 years? That's longer. That's almost half the channel. More than half the channel.
You dropped this.
Thank you. As of the 5. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 4 years. Let me have a look if there's any. If there's any. Do I have to add more badges? Oh, wow. I can add 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 years now. Damn, okay. There's a 10-year badge now that I can add. So I'm going to have to add some more, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Yeah, cool. So I got work to do. We still need another 34 members to get another emoji. So we're a long way from that, but that's all right. We do need to do the emoji. We need to do redo the emoji because some of them we don't use as much, or you guys don't use as much. So we'll have to what is it? Revamp the emojis, maybe. Would you steal a hat out of a kid's hand? No. Anyways, love 40. That was crazy behavior, though. I saw that video and it was like, wow. That was wild. That dude got cancelled. That's not a thing. I love 40. He got shamed online. He got called out online. Did you see his response though? That was wild. His response was wild. He was just like, "Well, you snooze, you lose." That was crazy. Well, if you first in, what? That was wild. I mean, that kid got to meet my Shack, and he got a hat signed and stuff. So it all worked out for the kid. But I mean, that guy, just no. He was just like, too bad, too sad. Like, wow. Anyway, Sabalenka breaks. To be honest, that kid was pretty slow to the hat. I don't know. I mean, look, each their own, but I wouldn't do that. That his hat is not. I mean, look, I'm definitely not defending the guy, but from what I've heard, he's from Poland, and he was watching, like, obviously a Polish player that he really loves, and it's a massive souvenir for him, and it's a huge deal for him. But, I mean, if Leighton was going to give me his hat or give a kid, would I steal? Would I yoink a Leighton Hewitt hat after a match from a kid? Probably not. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, yeah, no. I wouldn't do that. As much as I'm like a massive Leighton fan. Chat, would you yoink a hat if it was your favorite player? Would you do that? Would you yoink a hat? Let's say Djokovic was giving out a hat and there was a kid that you and this kid grabbed at the same time and you're just like, mine. Would you? Be honest. I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, it's not worth it. Like, I'm just like, whatever, kid. You got this. Whatever. I'll get the next one. Like, but that's just me. No. If it was Rafa, I would. Hey, look. So, I mean, again, I'm not defending the guy, but if a lot of you are like, hey, maybe I would. It's okay. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And not because someone was filming me from across the way. I don't think he knew that. But I just wouldn't feel comfortable like snatching something from a kid. How old was the kid? I don't know. He looked about 10. It doesn't really matter, does it? If they were 18, it would be, I mean, they'd probably be a fight, but all right, 30-0. But yeah, that was a wild scene. That's how people are at those things, aggressive. Oh yeah, I've been in that mosh pit. It's brutal. I mean, we went there when Alcaraz, we're trying to get the ball signed by Alcaraz, and like everyone was like so huddled. And then, I mean, I literally filmed it, and he walked past, and then the security's like, "We're leaving," because people were just so like. People get so insane in those situations. They're just so like, I need to get this. Anyways, set point Djokovic for 2 sets of love lead. Yeah, people get a little too aggressive. Double fault, Struff. All right. 2-love. 2-love. All right. That kid should have chose violence? No, violence isn't the answer. But yeah, it was all over the internet. I saw it and I was like, wow, that's bold. That's a bold move. That's a bold move. Are you going to the Australian Open next year? That would be fun that was fun when you did. Nah, I'm probably not. I don't know. It depends on. Last year I did. This year I didn't because there was too much going on. But in my real life, maybe I will next year. I don't know. I will see. Call me crazy, but I think Shelton will be more dangerous for Nole than Fritz. I agree. I don't think that's crazy. All right. 2 sets of love. Djokovic, kind of cruisy. I'd probably grab the hat as a joke and then give it back. Be like, yoink! Ah, you go. You can have it. Hey, look. All right, Djokovic, by the way, does have the trainer on court again. I think this time for like a stomach or a leg. No, it might be an arm. They're not showing the good camera angle. Maybe it might be his. Yeah, it's his kind of his forearm, like here. Again, just these little like annoying injuries, right? Or these little annoying things. Again, not like serious enough for him to have to retire, or it's not affecting the game, but it's just like these little tightness, you know, these little wears, you know, wear and tears. Yeah, muscles, like muscle soreness, you know. Nothing crazy, nothing that we should be worried about for like the rest of this match. But, you know, again, what happens when he has this against Alcaraz? What happens when he has this against somebody else? But then again, he beat Alcaraz, one with a knee strap at the Olympics on clay, and this year with a torn hamstring. So, like, I mean, these little things are not going to worry Djokovic against the bigger boys, because he's had worse, right? But it's still just strange that he's just getting all these little annoying things happen. But he's up 2 sets to love, so I guess who cares, you know? Doesn't matter. All right, 30 all, by the way. Sabalenka trying to get the double break at 4-1. As the return goes into the volley of Bookshop. Great volley. And it's 40-30. As we're serving to the front of Sabalenka, and then Book hits it wide. And it's deuce. We've got Vondi coming up straight after this Djokovic match. This has been a quick match for Djokovic. There's been an ace from Djokovic, and it's 15-30. By the way, there's a bird flying around. Is that a pigeon? What's a pigeon flying around at 9 o'clock at night? It must be lost. Chad, have you ever seen a bird at night? Right? Have you ever been to Krispy Kreme? Were they crispy? That lady's a legend. Tell me you've seen that. Please tell me you've seen that meme. Come on. Please tell me you've seen that. 30 all. Yeah, maybe an owl. Yeah, owls at night. Okay. Bats, are they birds? I don't know if they're birds. No, 30 all. Struff with the backhand of Djokovic. Into the slice of Struff. Djokovic makes Struff hit a forehand now, and Nole goes cross-court again. Struff with a slice. Into the forehand of Djokovic. And Struff puts up a lob. But Djokovic is at the net with a volley. And it's 40-30. Now, that was definitely not a bat. That was a pigeon of some sort. It didn't look like a bat. That was a regular bird. All right, everybody who's being funny and being like, oh, I see so many birds at night. I'm really, really attractive. Okay, nobody cares. Shut up. Backhand rally. That's not what I was getting at. You know what I was trying to say. None of this, oh, yeah, you'd mean like ladies, right? That was not what I was saying. Advantage Sabalenka. Advantage Sabalinka for the double break. Djokovic holds, by the way. 1 love. What about Layla? Wasn't she a qualifier when she went up against Raducanu? No, I think Fernandez was just a unseeded player. Okay. God, New York at night. All the lights. God, there's the Chrysler building right in the middle. Let's go. Chad, did I tell you about the that I did projects on the city? I did New York City architecture program. Did I tell you the story? Did I tell you? 5-1 Sabalenka, double break, by the way. Did I tell you when, so the Chrysler building, right? It was in a race to be the tallest building with another building called 40 Wall Street, right? There was 2 buildings. They're both this is in like the 30s. It's like 100 years ago. Almost literally. Did I tell you? I'm pretty sure I said this. Anyways, 5-1, Sabalenka serving for the set. So they both were like trying to be the tallest building, but they're all trying to be secret and stuff. So then what the Chrysler building did was when 40 Wall Street became the tallest building, it was like, haha, we won. But then the Chrysler building put that thing on the top, that crown like spire on the top, and it became the tallest building in the world, beating 40 Wall Street. And then a year later, it was the Empire State Building for 40 years. But the Chrysler building is a great story. It was called The Race to the Sky. All right, 15-0. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this yesterday. 15-0 as Djokovic makes Struff hit in the net. 15-30. Did I design the Guggenheim? No. 15-30. 15-30. By the way, Chad, on a serious note, I heard they're gonna revamp the Flatiron building to have apartments in it, which is cool. I love that building too. That was the first building I saw when I was in New York. First iconic building. I was walking down the road and I saw it. There we go. Taxi just mentioned the exact same thing. The Flatiron building currently being renovated. Yeah, exactly, right? That was the first thing I saw in New York. Actually, no, that's a lie. I saw Grand Central Station because that's where I stopped. That's where I got dropped at. But then the Flatiron building was the first one I saw when I was walking down Broadway. When I first got to New York. 15-40. I thought you'd never been to America. No, I have. 15-40. Struff hits the backhand long. Djokovic breaks. 2 love. Two love. 2-0. Yeah, I love the Flatiron building. All right, Sabalenka set points. She serves a fault second serve. There's a bit of serve. To the back of the book show. Return the net. Sabalenka 6-1. All right. 6-1. How long was I in New York? I was in New York first time around. I was in New York for 4 days, and the second time I was in New York for 7 days, I think it was. And then I went to Niagara Falls, and then Toronto. So yeah. All right, 30 love. Djokovic cruising. Fair dinkum. Yep, that's an Aussie thing. Congratulations. Where did you hear that from? Robin, thank you for the $2. All right, 30 love. As we get a Djokovic with a great serve, 40 love. And he's about to go to 3 love in the third. McEnroe's delusional? Why? What's Max saying? McEnroe came out the other day and said that Alcaraz is better than Sinner and Djokovic and Rafa and Roger. Better how? Serve and volley. Passing shot from Struff is good, but Djokovic got it back. And then Struff sliced it cross court for a winner. 40-15. Nole is elite, but Carlos and Jannik got him at the right time. Yeah. Is that when I tried poutine in Toronto? Yeah, same time. Same trip. All right, Djokovic hits it out, 40-30. You should have done a show in the US Open, served, and Nothing Major did a show there. I wonder why they did shows there. That's crazy. I wonder how did Served with Andy Roddick and Nothing Major podcast with former Grand Slam singles players get a show in America at a Grand Slam, and I didn't. I don't know. It's weird. Why wasn't I invited? Bucket slice. I'll tell you why, because I'm not on that level. We're not even close. Come on. 3-love. Djokovic holds. We're talking Andy Roddick. Come on. Baffles the mind. Come on. We're talking Andy Roddick, Sam Querrey, John Isner, Stevie Johnson. I mean, these guys are all ex-professional, high-level tennis superstars and have a podcast. I don't have a podcast, so my first problem is I don't have a podcast. If I had a podcast, maybe then... When was the last time Nole match went under 2.5 hours? I know, right? He's cruising. The Irish are playing right now versus Miami. I have no idea what that means. In what? Rugby? If you could only go to one other Grand Slam outside of Australia, what would it be? Wimbledon. You always got to go to Wimbledon. Always got to go to Wimbledon. All right, 30-15 as that goes to net by Booksher. 30-0. Oh, college football. My bad. Mac also said that Sinner and Alcaraz would beat Prime Rafa in Paris. Don't know how we can take his comparisons. Yeah. Look, Mac, I love Mac. I'm not gonna dismiss what he says. But I also think that we got to, he's going to say outrageous things. And that's part of his thing. I respect Mac. We all should. I mean, most people respect Mac, right? But he's definitely going to say the things. Some things he says that are like, that people won't say, and they're right. And then he'll say things like that, which are maybe, I don't know if he truly believes that, or if he's trying to troll and stir up some conversation. But people have mentioned that so many times over the last 6 months, so it's obviously working. That it's like that comment has obviously made people talk. So he's got the conversation going. So he's done if that was his job. I don't know if he truly believes that though. I don't think he truly believes that. I'd be surprised if he was like, yeah, no, Sinner and Alcaraz definitely. It also could be recency bias. We all have it, right? We all get excited over the players that just won last week, and we forget about the players who won a month ago. Maybe he forgot how good Rafa was on clay. Rafa's been gone for like nearly, a year? So maybe he just forgot. All right. Buksha holds. 1-love in the second. All right. Struff holds. He's on the board in the third. All right. Max just trying to help tennis out after the big three era is over. Yeah. Well, that's another good point, actually. Maybe deep down he doesn't truly believe that they could, but he's promoting them, right? He's going to promote those guys. He's going to promote the current guys. And by praising them and saying these guys could beat Rafa in their prime, maybe people that don't watch tennis or don't watch tennis that much and don't know who Alcaraz and Sinner are, hear that and go, oh, okay, so I should pay attention. So again, it's not all bad. Us tennis, like hardcore people, of course we're going to listen to that and go, what the hell? What do you mean? That's crazy. What? But it may be the people that don't, like, that are casuals who go like, oh, so Alcaraz and Sinner are pretty good then if they can beat Rafa. Oh, okay. So maybe that's a good point. Maybe he's saying it not so much because he truly believes that is the case, and not so much to piss us off, but maybe he's saying it, to promote them and say that's how good these guys are, more than that's how easy it is to beat Rafa, right? Whereas I think a lot of people are taking it as prime Rafa was not that good on clay, and it's like no, he's probably more so promoting Alcaraz and Sinner to people that don't know who they are yet. That's a good point. But also, it doesn't matter. It's also, gets the conversation going of like people getting angry about the other stuff. So it's like it's a win-win. People are like, you heard what Max said? But then also the people that don't know about Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz and how good they're going to be, maybe they go, oh, maybe I should watch them now. So either way, people are going to listen to what Max is going to say next because they want to hear what he says next because they don't agree, or they're going to come listen because they want to know who Alcaraz is. Like, kind of a win-win. I mean, makes sense. It's smart, in the end. Whether you agree or not with him, All right, 15-love. Buksha. She's trying to keep the lead. All right, 30-love. Also, Djokovic 40-15. He is cruising. I love Mac too, but I just think he a bit quick to overhype the new guys. He did partly take back the Nadal comparison. Oh, did he? Okay. So he did say, oh, maybe maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. All right, winner from Djokovic, and it's 4-1 in the third. You should do interviews and diversify your content. Andy Roddick does that. Go listen to his Go listen to his interviews. They're way better. And he also gets a big name, so he's he does that. You can watch him, and so does Nothing Major. So go listen to those. You don't need me to go get people to talk to. Unless Dasher wants to chat, and then we'll get her on the stream. Maybe when Cam arrived back in America, from America, he'd tell all his mates about iconic buildings. What? Clive, I don't know if that was a joke or if that was just like, you thought that was funny? I don't get it. Sampras was a beast. He sure was. All right. Straight after this Djokovic match, we have Vondrousova Rybakina, which has potential. Struff can tell his kids that at one point he played the GOAT at the US Open. That's true. He's played. Struff's played a lot of big matches on big courts around the world. I think we played Djokovic in Australian Open as well. I think he might have played Rafa in France. Did he play Rafa? He's probably played Rafa and Roger. But did he play them? Did he play? I feel like he played Rafa at Wimbledon. Maybe. Yeah. So Struff is a veteran, right? By far a veteran. So he played Carlos at Wimbledon. He played Sinner in Monte Carlo. He's played Rafa in Barcelona. He played Roger at Wimbledon. So again, he played Roger at the Australian Open. He played Roger in Halle, where he almost won the second set. Now let me have a look at these Grand Slams. So yeah, Djokovic at the US Open and the French Open. So this is the second time here he's played Djokovic. He's also played Djokovic at the Australian Open. He's played Roger at Wimbledon and the Australian Open. He's played Alcaraz in Wimbledon and Wimbledon twice. One of those was a 5-setter. He's also played. He hasn't played Rafa he didn't play Rafa at a slam. But he played Roger and Novak multiple times at Grand Slam. This is the fourth time he's played Djokovic at a slam. He's probably thinking, can you please retire before I do? 15-30. He's also played Medvedev and Tsonga, Thiem, Raonic. He's beaten Rublev at a slam, which is by far his best slam result. That was in 2021, first round, beating him in a 5-setter. He also beat Rune, obviously, this year at the US Open. That was his second biggest Grand Slam victory by ranking. Coric at the French Open in 2019 was a huge win as well. Tiafoe at the US Open as well this year, another big win. So, out of the 5 best Grand Slam wins by ranking, 2 of them were this week. So that's awesome. That's good for him. So yeah. And he also won his first title in the last year, right? He played Rafa at a slam? When? I can't read. When did he play Rafa at a slam? When did he play Rafa? Did I miss that? When? You're making me Google. What? When did he play Rafa? No, he hasn't. He only played him once in Barcelona. What are you talking about? Anyways, Deuce. Out here telling me lies. Wimbledon 2022? What, Struff? Yeah, he's only played them once at Barcelona. I just Googled it. You might be. Are you thinking someone else? Are you thinking Fritz? Do you think I said Fritz? Did I say Struff or Fritz? I'm talking about Struff. Did I say Fritz? Advantage Struff? Did I say Fritz? Maybe I said Fritz by mistake. Sorry, Struff. The guy we're watching, Struff. Yeah, Struff has played Roger and I said Struff. Okay, maybe we got confused. Anyways, advantage Struff. That goes out by Djokovic. 4-2 Djokovic with a break in the third. Who's your dream co-commentator? Anna Kournikova. What? What a stupid question. The first part wasn't. The second part was so stupid. What are you, 12? And it's 1995? What are you talking about? Are you like an 11-year-old in 1999? What the hell? What question was that? What kind of a question was that? 15:30, Sabalinka looking for that break. Anyways, that goes in the net. And it's 30-all. Djokovic with a lovely backhand win across court. And it's 15-love. Great return winner by Sabalenka, 30-40. 30-40. Sabalenka serves again. As we return backhand down the line to the forehand bookshot on the stretch. And then Sabalenka gets a winner down the line. She breaks in the second, 3-2. No, it's all good, Eric. This is a random person to bring up. All right. Djokovic serves an ace. He's a 5-2 in the third. Now it'd be Leighton. I would love Leighton to talk with Leighton. Nole made this look easy. Like he barely broke a sweat. Yeah. Looks like the top four are kind of rising to the top in the women's division. Yeah. Yeah, the ladies on the women's side, the top four on the women's side are, I mean, besides Gauff having a couple of tough matches and Swiatek battling yesterday, yeah, it's been pretty cruisy. Sabalenka's cruised. Pegula has been very impressive. So, yeah. Fireworks going off in somewhere in New York. Doesn't look like it's an official firework display. It looks like it's somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Manhattan. Someone just letting off fireworks in their backyard. All right, Sabalenka to serve. And Buksha returns it long. 15-love. And we got Vondi versus Rybakina after this. Sabalenka serves in the forehand of Buksha as a fault. Second serve. $15-love. As we get double fault Sabalenka, 15-0. Djokovic, first point, love 15. Love 15. As the return goes to forehand of Struff. Forehand now from Djokovic. Again, the forehand of Struff on the stretch. Djokovic hits a forehand, comes to the net. Then a volley. Struff backhand. Is a lob. Djokovic backhand volley. Struff gets it back, but it hits it in the net. Nice hands from Djokovic. Love 30. Love 30. Great rally from Nole. Love 30. And Sabalenka tries to keep the break. 30-15. She hits it in the net. 30-0. And then Struff hits an ace. 15-30. Novak needed a match like this. Yeah. Yeah. He has had, look, it hasn't been perfect. You know, he's had those medical treatments where, you know, he's had the trainer out a couple of times, but it's a good, like, it's as good as a warm up for Fritz as he's going to get. Fritz Djokovic will be interesting though. I think it'll be the first time Fritz legitimately thinks he can win. It'll be the first time, I reckon, that he might actually legitimately think, you know what? I could beat this guy. Because Fritz has been playing great for 12 months. Djokovic has definitely dropped the level. And with Djokovic having these like little annoying... Again, I don't think they're injuries. They're just these little annoying like muscle issues. I think Fritz will he'll probably like his chances. And at home, right? Get the crowd on his side. I mean... Do I think Fritz will beat Djokovic? But it's a good opportunity for him to at least give it a really good try. 30-40. Match point for the great one. Serving the forehand, Djokovic. Return the backhand of Struff. Djokovic backhand slice. In the net. We get the deuce. Also Sabalenka 4-2. She's trying to get off the court before Djokovic does. Love 15. Book should hit it long. All right, advantage Djokovic. Struff makes another error. Advantage Djokovic. Match point number 2. And Struff serves a fault second serve. Serving the backhand of Djokovic is a let. Serve again. As a return goes the forehand of Struff. Forehand from Djokovic. Into the backhand of Struff. As Djokovic backhand into the forehand of Struff. The forehand of Djokovic. Struff with the backhand on the stretch. Djokovic forehand into the forehand of Struff. Again to the forehand of Djokovic. Struff with a slice. In the net. There it is. He's into the quarterfinals. And he's going to play Fritz. Things are getting real. This is starting to get real now. We're starting to get the big boys starting to collide. Djokovic, Fritz. Let's see what he's going to do. Again, a good opportunity for Fritz. Because Djokovic, we know, is not, he's not unbeatable these days, but he also doesn't lose at slams to anybody. Only to the top guys. So Fritz has got a chance, but he's going to have to play ridiculously well. Fritz has been playing well, though, this week. He's been pretty cruisy. So it's the best setup for Fritz. Like, he can't get... neither of these guys going in with... Djokovic has had, some medical treatments and stuff, but, Fritz has not played any 5-setters. He's only played a couple of 4-set matches. Djokovic obviously only dropped the 2 sets as well. So, yeah. And both coming into the next match after straight sets, pretty easy wins today. Both won. Fritz won just as quickly. So going into that match in 2 days' time, and it'll be a night match, it will be, is going to be really fun. 2 guys at their... I wouldn't say at their... Djokovic on his peak, but 2 guys, 2 top 10 guys going into a match where they're both firing. But Cruzy, that was the best Djokovic has looked all week. Playing-wise. That's his best match of the week, easily. Didn't look bothered at all. Didn't get broken at all. Sorry, he only got broken once. Off the 1 break point. But, yeah, that was as good as Djokovic has looked since Wimbledon. All right. Djokovic seems happy today. Yeah, he definitely looked... motivated as well, which is something we've mentioned over the time that he can't. At some matches, he just kind of didn't look interested. Now, advantage Bookshop. She double faults. We're back to deuce. We're going to merge the streams at the end of this game, and then we're going to watch Vondi take on Raducanu. It's a shame that these matches have been one-sided, though. But I guess yesterday we had all the epics, so can't complain. All right, book your serves. Hey, Matthew, thank you for the gifted for the super sticker. Appreciate it. As a return from Sabalenka, the slice of Buksha. And Sabalenka down the line. Buksha guesses right, puts up a lob. But Sabalenka puts away the smash. Advantage Sabalenka. Advantage Sabalenka. By the way, it's so funny. I know some people were laughing about how all the kids go to the front row when the match is about to be over, and they all went to the front row in the second set of Krejcikova's match with Townsend, and then after they were in the front row, they all had to go back to their seats because it wasn't over. It is kind of funny. Deuce. All right, serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. Serve is a double fault, Buksha. Advantage Sabalenka. People need to stop wearing sneakers with the suits. Yeah, I concur. I think that's a little bit too casual. All right, advantage Sabalenka. First serve is a fault, second serve. As we just served now the back of Sabalenka. Good return, slice of Buksha. Sabalenka forehand cross. Buksha gets it. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Buksha. Again to the forehand of Sabalenka. As Buksha down the line. Sabalenka's backhand goes long, and we're back to deuce. All right, we're going to merge the streams now just because it will make it easier for me. But jump on over here if you want to keep watching. But Djokovic wins. Straight sets. Straightforward, and he is into the quarterfinals of the US Open again. He'll play Taylor Fritz in a couple of days.